में गुस्ताखी बर्दाश्त नहीं होगी. And this is the point that raising again and again, that no statement can be made against the Almighty, the Prophet Muhammad, and that's why they have taking out this protest and the poster march in the street adjacent to the Jama Masjid area. This is the live visuals for our viewers on their screen. Members of the Muslim community holding posters in their hand and आप लोग पोस्टर लेकर क्या है? क्या मांगे आपकी? क्या मांगे? दिल्ली पुलिस ने पहले ही एफआईआर कर लिया है. अब क्या डिमांड है? पहले ही एफआईआर हो चुका है. बीजेपी ने उनको निकाल दिया है. दिल्ली ने पुलिस ने एफआईआर कर लिया. अब क्या? नुपुर शर्मा को जब तक जेल में डालने लगे, हमारा आंदोलन ऐसे चलता रहेगा. जेल में डाल के क्या? जेल में डालो. That is the demand they are having, that Nupur Sharma should be brought behind the bars. Delhi police should take strict actions against what they are calling hate mongers. They are saying the statement against the Prophet Muhammad should not be accepted and that there should be strict laws. You can see the cross mark on the faces of Nupur Sharma and Naveen Jindal in one of these posters. I will ask my video journalist Gopal to zoom on this. You can see cross mark on the faces, on the profile pictures of Nupur Sharma and Naveen Jindal. And this is the live visuals coming out from the street adjacent to Jama Masjid right after the prayer, Friday prayer, which is a very common affair at Jama Masjid in the national capital. But this time around, completely showing their displeasure over the comments made by the BJP spokesperson Naveen Jindal and Nupur Sharma. They have taken to the streets and they are asking strict action from the administration, and this is the live visuals that we are showing. I'll try to get to the sense of the matter and try to talk to some of the voices. Sir, Delhi police ने एफआईआर कर लिया है नुपुर शर्मा के अगेंस्ट. अब क्या डिमांड है?
दिल्ली पुलिस जो है ना, सरकार की पुष्टि बनाई पे काम कर रहा है.
फांसी तो वो तो जज डिसाइड करेंगे ना, वो तो कोर्ट डिसाइड करेगी. दिल्ली पुलिस ने एफआईआर उनके खिलाफ दर्ज कर लिया. अब क्या डिमांड है? अब आप लोग की
डिमांड ये है डायरेक्ट फांसी होनी चाहिए इसको. डायरेक्ट
एक बात बताइए,
ये तो जज डिसाइड.
एक मिनट. दिल्ली पुलिस ने 3-4 मुसलमानों की, 3-4 जो गुस्ताखे नबी है, इन लोगों के 3-4 आदमी की नाम दिया है. बाकी 27 या 28 आदमी का इसमें जो प्रोटेस्ट किया मुसलमान, उनके नाम डाल दिया है. ये दिल्ली पुलिस की कानून है क्या? ये दिल्ली पुलिस की कानून है? अरे जो गुस्ताख है उसको पकड़ो ना. जो हम प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं रोड पर, हमको पकड़ करके अंदर कर रहे हैं, हमारे ऊपर केस डाल रहे हैं. ये दिल्ली पुलिस जो है ना, जानबूझ करके गेम खेल रहा है ये.
As you can see, that this is complete dissatisfaction against the action of the Delhi police, and this is the mood on the ground at the street adjacent Jama Masjid. Back to you.
Right, the protesters there outside Jama Masjid saying that merely registering a case is not enough. They want Nupur Sharma to be jailed, to be behind bars. That's their demand coming in. Also, Mayank, if you can give us a sense of the deployment of the police force out there. We saw of them trying to manage the crowd.
Well, absolutely. I will ask my video journalist Gopal to start and showing where the barricading was done. So just before the Friday prayer and where people started to coming from the street, you can also see on the screen that some of the cops, some of the senior officials are Delhi police are still trying to navigate the crowd. They are asking them to, disperse from here so that there is no crowding of the people here. So you can clearly see on your screen that's one of the senior officials. Some of the senior officials are here and they're trying to navigate and asking people to leave the areas. You can see a number of police officials. You can see senior officials are still coming through this. So heavy deployment was there, were present here just before the Friday prayer. However, the number of people who were inside the Jama Masjid and who came out with a poster clearly outnumbered the number of Delhi police officials, and that's how the situation went. A bit of sir, यहाँ पे उनको protest का कोई permission था. Police officials are not ready, agreeing to talk to us to give a sense of could they see this coming, that the people would come out of the Jama Masjid and would they have any sort of posters in their hands, and would they be raising any sort of slogans outside of the Jama Masjid. So this is the level of the deployment. You can clearly see that the police officers are still trying to get a sense and trying to disperse the huge crowd that have gathered here. Some of the rapid CRPF officials are also here at the first gate. So situation is not not out of control as of now. Situation is fairly within the control of the Delhi police, and some of the officials are saying that these crowd will be dispersed very quickly, and you know these people will go out of this street just adjacent to the Jama Masjid very quickly. So that's the update from the ground. The heavy deployment is there, and it was always there before people could come in, but maybe they could not anticipate the number of people who will come out of the Jama Masjid with the posters against Naveen Jindal and Nupur Sharma.
Right, Mayank, I understand it's a little difficult to talk to the protesters given how charged the atmosphere out there is and the sloganeering which is on. But if you could speak to some of them and try and understand for how long will the protests continue? Because action has been initiated, a case has been registered. Why not let law take its own course?
Well, we have asked this and posed this question to the protesters, and some of the protesters are already leaving. You can see on this street that these were the primarily this is the street where you know these people came from to offer prayer at the Jama Masjid, and they are clearly leaving this area, and police are ensuring that none of them are you know them will be left here, so that there is no a breakdown of law and order situation outside the Jama Masjid. Talking about the law and law taking its course, the protesters are clearly saying that Delhi police have not been fair in their investigation and launching a probe, and whatever action they have taken is not impartial, and that's why they have taken to the streets and they are raising these slogans. So not believing the version of the Delhi police in terms of what what the action they were supposed to take, and that is why there is resentment against the Delhi police. You could clearly hear some of the protesters completely making allegations against the Delhi police officials of saying that whatever probe and whatever FIR have been lodged that have not been lodged in a fair manner, and Muslim members of the Muslim community who were on the street, their names have been given on the FIR. So they are not trusting the version of the police as far as the probe of this matter is concerned, and that's why this resentment and displeasure over the police action, and also the statement made by the spokesperson of BJP. You can see some of the members of the Muslim community are trying to disperse the crowd as well. They are trying to convince the young people that they should be going away from this road. You can clearly see that they are dispersing, they are leaving this road, although there are sloganeering happening on this street. But now they are leaving this area around the Jama Masjid. You can clearly see that the crowd has started to thin at this particular at this particular junction from where the Jama Masjid gate opens up, and that's how that's how the scene is unfolding at the ground just in front of the Jama Masjid.
Absolutely. We can now see the crowd thinning there. Seems like the protest has ended. But you spoke to the protesters and their demand is that Nupur Sharma should be arrested, Naveen Jindal should be arrested. They are not satisfied with the action taken so far, which is that a case has been registered. Are more such protests being organized in the national capital? We saw some protests taking place in Srinagar as well.
Well, as far as we have been able to gather, even this protest was not completely planned, and this was, not any leader leading this protest. It was just some members of the community who were in the Jama Masjid, and they started this protest. So it was not a planned protest. Even the Delhi police had denied permission for any sort of formal protest outside Jama Masjid. There were rumors that there will be a big protest outside Jama Masjid, but police denied it and denied the permission, and that's why there could not be, a launching of any sort of political protest by any political leader, and that